ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages. I'm Double R, and in this video we are covering...
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet! Captain Planet, he's our hero!
No, not that one.
Captain N, the Game Master.
No. Try again.
Bucky! Captain Bucky O'Hare! Mutants and aliens and toads beware!
I'll consider that one, but not the one I'm looking for.
Their name, Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, organics of all ages, I am Double R, and in this particular video we are going to be covering the Captain Power episode, And Madness Shall Reign. Now why did it take me so long to get back to it? No reason. Why am I wearing shades? Don't worry about it. No, seriously. I understand that most of my audience is under the effect of madness, and I know you're under the effect of madness because what you're seeing right now is probably a bunch of monochrome with blue highlights. That's probably what you're seeing, and it's okay. It's alright. Just take a seat, deep breaths. We'll get through this, I assure you. Let's go ahead and head off the episode.
Database Journal 47-8 Mark 16. Captain reporting. Intercepted data indicates Dredd has targeted the resistance group led by Cypher for some sort of test. As we have been unable to reach Cypher, we have entered his base hoping to warn him.
That scream doesn't sound very healthy. Huh.
What have you got?
Canteen. One of Cypher's boys must have left it. Plain water, but it'll do.
Hey, share.
It was half full. But of course also half empty.
No, Tank is right. The water is awesome. Hawk, you should have paid attention to your surroundings a little bit better. Just saying, you missed out.
A small neurocharge, he'll be all right.
Power! Is it really you?
Cypher? Cypher, what happened here?
Some kind of madness. Pain. Rage. Hallucinations. Hard to think. Whole group's got it just came on. Terrible.
All right, take it easy. Take it easy.
Our boy Cypher doesn't look too good. Wonder what happened.
Captain, I'm picking up Dredd forces heading this way. Lots of them.
All right, we're on our way. Prep the ship. Tank, Hawk, hold them off as long as you can. We'll get you and your people to the passages for help. Okay. Come on, buddy.
You heard the man.
Let's have some fun.
You seen the 550 to Jersey?
go ahead and speed through what we know so far. Besides the fact Tank is missing. During combat, of all things. But whatever. What we know so far is the base had no response. Power's trying to get a hold of them. They didn't respond. This is why Power's team went to investigate. Cypher apparently is having some issue with madness. Again, the monochrome with y'all seeing blue. It happens. I think in their case they only see red. Blue is part of the curing process. I was looking into it. You know. Allegedly. Or is it because I'm an immortal that's blue for me? And y'all see blue because y'all know I'm an immortal. Whatever. The point is, it's a different process in our case. So don't worry about it. We're good. We're great. We're outstanding. We just know the situation is pretty bad for Cypher and his men because they're human.
If it's cover you want, cover you get. How'd you do that?
Give me a break, forehead.
All right, let's go!
Get us out of here!
You got it. How's Cypher?
Little shaky. Tank's taking care of him in the hold.
No!
Set a course for the passages. Maximum burn.
Sauron's on our tail. We're carrying too much extra weight. I can't burn us out of here.
Yeah, y'all not gonna run very fast when Sauron's on your tail because you're carrying the base, pretty much. Not the actual physical base, but the people of the base. You're carrying them to the passages. So you're kind of over the limit. Kind of like those old roleplay games where you can get overburdened and you go moving slowly. Same thing happens with vehicles. In this case, you took in all those freedom fighters into your vehicle. The weight limit says you're not going to be using your afterburners. So, long story short, Hawk, get him!
So long, Tin Bird. Scratch one bucket of bolts. Going home.
Captain, report's coming through now.
Patch it directly into Mentor. Tank. Nothing personal. Just don't look like you feel too well.
I'll be okay.
Negative. We don't need you here for a while. Get some sack time. You've earned it. Pilot.
You looking for trouble?
Oh, wandering Major's home.
Sauron?
We did a little dance, and he fell apart on me. What about Cypher and his men?
We're about to find out.
Normally, Tank would be a little bit more up to snuff on such a basic shoulder check. But I think Hawk noticed that Tank's not feeling too great. Huh. Maybe he got clipped pretty hard? Maybe one of the shots hit too close to home? Maybe the power suit wasn't working up at full operational capacity? Huh. Nevertheless, Power did send him off to get some R&R, so that's good. Maybe he'll check himself over and make sure everything's fine.
Mentor. Analyze the report you've just received.
Data indicates that all members of Cypher's group ingested a powerful chemical compound. It causes a short-term neurological imbalance, inducing a temporary insanity. The probability suggests that it was slipped into their water supply.
What?
Data indicates that all members of Cypher's group ingested a powerful chemical compound. It causes a short-term neurological imbalance, inducing a temporary insanity. The probability suggests that it was slipped into their water supply.
No. Say that again.
The probability suggests that it was slipped into their water supply.
Well, I know what I'm about to do.
Wait!
Mentor. Analyze the report you've just received.
Data indicates that all members of Cypher's group ingested a powerful chemical compound. It causes a short-term neurological imbalance, inducing a temporary insanity. The probability suggests that it was slipped into their water supply.
Water? Tank drank from a canteen. If Mentor's right...
You and Pilot go check on him, but use your power suits. From what we saw at Cypher's base, he could be very dangerous. Contact the passages again, see if they can suggest an antidote for that chemical. Mentor, load all data on Project New Order, and cross-reference that report.
Tank.
You won't get me!
Tank!
Redheads! Monsters! You won't get me! Gonna kill you all!
Alright. After my little medication and impromptu nap, per se, because, you know, you have to let that work through the system, and apparently being immortal doesn't quite make you immune to certain things. Apologies for that. As you can tell, I had to get rid of the water. Obvious reasons. But let's get into the whole Styx Base situation.
The mind-altering chemical was manufactured here. Information suggests that a large quantity was shipped out before your destruction of this plant. Destination, Sector 23, Quadrant Delta. It's a Dread installation designated Styx Base. Function, the construction and launch of short-range missiles.
Probable target of missile?
This region. The major water tables and supplies for the entire western area. If the missile penetrates here, it will infect all the wells, lakes, and other primary water supplies.
I'm going to check on Tank. You monitor all transmissions from this base. I want to know when Dread's bird flies.
The reason why Dread decided to use this plan of attack is pretty simple. If the fighting force is fighting amongst itself, you could just come in, sweep them all out. Pretty easy, pretty simple to understand. Now, I'm presuming it's called Styx because, you know, water. But that's me presuming things.
That's right, Captain. Learn. Learn and despair.
Lord Dredd, is it wise to let the organic power view your test of the Styx program?
Are you questioning my actions?
Never. I live to serve.
Then do so elsewhere.
Acknowledged.
Now, you noticed with that scene, Dredd kind of said something very interesting. He seems annoyed, but at the same time he wants power to understand his situation. This brings up something that I've been thinking about for a while.
Ground units have gathered up most of the test subjects, my lord.
I want the results of the tests immediately. We have no time to lose. Status of all units assigned to Power's capture.
Over units were executed. Troopers and commanders have been returned to base for restructuring.
May I help Lord Dredd?
Go away.
I live to serve.
All units implement Styx program immediately.
For many different shows. You ever notice that on shows like this, television shows, cartoon shows, whenever there's a hero group and a villain group, they never do several plans at once. They do one plan at a time, or one villain attacks at a time, and it doesn't really make sense. Take, for instance, Power Rangers. They would do fine when it's like 5-on-1. But then when the numbers start evening out, the Rangers have issues. 2-on-5, problem for Rangers. 3-on-5, big problem for Rangers. And even in the Green Ranger initial trilogy thing, whatever, show, series, whatever, segment, arc, when the Green Ranger was a thing, it was 5-on-1, they couldn't handle them, but then they added Goldar, 5-on-2, couldn't handle them. Then they added the third person, 5-on-3, couldn't handle them. The more that came in, the worse it got for the Rangers. They have problems with Greenie. How are they going to fight these other two people who can beat their butt? They can't do it. But to get a show running, to keep the show constant, new plans have to come up after the fact. That being said, of course, Pariah would be taking place away from Madness. Imagine if both of these were hit at the same time. One part is dealing with Pariah, one part of the nation dealing with the Pariah, and one part of the nation dealing with Madness. Yeah, Power's group cannot split. There's only 5 of them. They can't split like this. They can't deal with both at the same time. But that's a technical thing on how to get rid of the hero. Heck, the whole reason why in Spider-Man the Sinister Six are so dangerous is 6-on-1! You get what I'm getting at. But I digress. Let's stay on the topic at hand.
You okay, kid?
Yeah, but being a biodread around him would be no picnic.
Where is he? Somewhere in the base. He's gone berserk. If it wasn't for our power suits.
All right, let's move. Power on.
Captain!
What is it, Scout?
Trouble. Just intercepted a Dredd transmission. Styx is up and running. Launch time less than 1 hour.
Get down here right now. Pilot, get the jump ship ready. If Dredd's plans succeed, the resistance is finished. You'll have to handle tank by yourself.
Fucking what?
Can you do it, Matt?
No problem.
Wait, you're just going to sit... Case in point. What I just rambled about, we're kind of getting hit with it as an example. Hawk going mad, and then stopping the missile from Styx Base before it causes group madness. Yeah, you gotta split the team. How'd they split the team? Hawk, you deal tank. Okay. Timeout. Flag. Holding. Traveling. All sides. What? And I bring this up because of one major thing. Remember this scene?
Tank.
You won't get me!
Tank!
Dreadheads! Monsters! You won't get me! Gonna kill you all!
Let me bring up something to help jog your memory of why this scene itself had me throw a flag. War dogs.
What happened? One of those troopers go on overload?
Must have been the colonel.
You all right?
Yeah. Hey, look! Clicker, 12 o'clock!
Bad for the clicker.
Nice shot! Never seen a biodred like this before.
Yeah, what a piece of junk. Better get its head. The memory banks might be useful.
Sorry, but I've gotten used to this head. War dog insignia. Haven't seen that since the Metal Wars. You part of the outfit that's been raiding Dread?
Stick it in your ear.
All right. Now listen up, soldiers. I'm tired. My butt's sore. I don't like being shot out of the air by people I'm trying to help. No, I want some answers. And I want them fast.
Freeze.
Hawk, for some reason, registers to most normal people as a clicker. I think it's because it's silver, and people are used to silver being the same gray as the clickers, so you see anything glinting in any way, shape, or form that's silver in tone, must be a clicker, shoot it. It's a kid's point. But you're going to send Hawk to deal with Tank. Well, this can't go poorly.
Right. He's just bigger, stronger, equipped with enough firepower to down a warlord battalion. All right, Tank, I'm coming after you. Don't make me get rough. Tank. Is that you? It's me, Hawk.
Oh, it's actually going pretty well. Well, since Tank is down, Hawk, don't go near him. Do not go near him. Keep the distance, keep range, do not... You're approaching melee range, aren't you?
Take it easy. It's me, Hawk.
Well, the good news is he's down. There's no way you can get hit.
Your old butt. Dead.
How's everyone else holding up?
Abort the launch immediately. I gave you a command.
Your Dread commands is here, and you are not he. Foolish organic.
Last star was in Styx Base. That's actually pretty damn smart, Dredd. 5 points to you. That's a smart play. You know you're about to launch something very important. You send a big mofo to guard it. Good plan. I like this plan. Y'all had a bazooka. Okay, let's break this down. What's the difference between an energy rifle, an energy pistol, and an energy bazooka? I'm thinking it's damage output. The energy pistol, handgun, whatever, that's usually 1.0. Pow, pow, pow. Stream, 1.5. Constant damage. Rifle, 1.5 for the pow, pow, pow. 2.0 for brr, constant. Which means bazooka, single shots should be about 2.5, pow, pow, pow. And then bazooka steady, 3. This is the only way I could logically think of in terms of damage that it would drop blast star within the time limit they need. Or else they would just want to use the handgun. Pow, pow, pow. You get what I'm getting at. The different types of energy output needed doesn't change the way the energy looks. You get what I'm getting at?
The computer, quick!
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just what I was looking for. Alright! Let's get out of here before we wear out our welcome.
Of course it was at the last possible second, because it's not as dramatic if it was, say, 2 minutes until launch. 1:59, 1:58. Oh. You see what I mean? Not as dramatic.
Tank!
What's the...
Tank, stop! It's me, Hawk, stop! It's alright. Fight it. Fight it! You're gonna be alright, Tank. You're gonna be alright.
Hawk.
You had enough, buddy?
Sorry, Hawk. I can't think.
Take it easy, big guy. We'll beat this thing together.
So, how do they deal with getting rid of this madness? Put the afflicted to sleep.
There you go, big guy. Sweet dreams.
That serum will keep him out long enough for the chemical to run its course.
Put him to sleep? That's the best cure y'all got. Put him to sleep. Tranquilizer darts for everybody. Set phasers on. Stun. Bzz. Pariah. Get that mofo. Get that kid back out there. We need to stop madness from spreading. Get Pariah. Why? Just drop them with the madness. Why? Because even if they go mad, they're going to become paralyzed in a matter of minutes anyway. Then we can just administer the cure for madness, cure for Pariah, on them at that point. Dredd, you should not be developing something that counters something else. Because if they get a hold of one, you might as well forget the other. Because it's a counter. Pariah counters the madness. It just counters it. It just outright counters it. Now, before we continue on to the epilogue of this, before we get there, I want to point out something. I emphasize that Hawk looks like a clicker to most humans, as we saw with War Dogs.
Hey, look! Clicker, 12 o'clock!
Bad for the clicker.
Nice shot!
I'm pointing this out about the Pariah situation and madness because, as I stated, if you put both of them out on the map at the same time, you could pretty much wipe everyone out. But you notice what I did. I kept it separated. You can't overlap these two. One conflicts with the other. Now, what Dredd should be doing is taking notes, and I'm pretty sure that's what Overmind is doing as well. They're taking notes, seeing how each thing affects humanity in general. Bada boom, bada bing. So when you want to do a full court press, you know, we can't put these two things together, we gotta keep them separated, or use this for the major cities, use this for anything that's left, or if we're going to get the resistance, we use this to get the resistance stunned out, and then we use this to take care of anything else that's running around or running amok. Whatever the case, I'm only bringing this up for one major reason. I emphasize that Hawk, to many people, looked like a clicker.
There he is, beating that dead horse! Get him!
But do you remember how this episode started? I kind of don't because, you know, my water supply had a little bit of a taint to it too. But for those who paid attention at the beginning, there were people in Cypher's group, well, a person in Cypher's group at least, who was attacking, well, Power's group. They attacked Scout. They blitzed Power. It didn't matter if it was a gold or a gray clicker in their view. It was still a clicker. I also want to point at the very first scene that came up. When Power was checking somebody and Scout was checking somebody. The normal humans, a couple of them, were dead. This means the madness says, hey, I don't care if you're a clicker or not. All of you look like clickers. I'm going to fight to the bitter end. And
He dies. He dies.
So, with all that being said, that is some good information for Dredd to use for later. Because the only way to stop madness that seems to be effective is to put people to sleep or to incapacitate them. Trust me. If I have a high threat power force coming at me, I will do what I can to get y'all to be out of my way for at least an hour or a few hours, whatever it takes to pass the madness through your system. I need y'all out the way for something major. That's what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to find a way to get you afflicted with the madness. And if it takes some of y'all out...
What's going on here? What on earth? How is this possible?
I don't know, but we're gonna find out.
Like that. Even better. But, again, if Dredd processed it that way, or if Overmind processed it that way, the series would be considerably shorter. Now, having said that, we are done here. And I'll let the epilogue itself play at the end, like I have been doing it lately, so y'all can get the idea. But the next episode is pretty much the first episode of Captain Power I've ever seen. For those of y'all who are keeping up with how I've been doing these reviews, you kind of know what's coming. But with that said, and that done, I'm Double R. I'm out. Sorry for the delay. And don't worry, the next one will come up a lot sooner. Later.
How did you manage to get through to him?
By letting him almost kill me.
Gee, I could have thought of that.